Senator McGruff, I believe that there is a huge vandalism problem in the United States today. Because of this, our children are being exposed to more and more gang-related activity. This is corrupting the children and causing them to believe that gangs are acceptable. I believe that as a nation, this is a serious issue that I believe calls for more involvement from the country as a whole. With this bill, we would include more in education on gangs through public schools and finance more neighborhood cleanups.
I totally agree. I will talk to my fellow reps and see what I can do.
Have your attention, please. We are now going to introduce a crime bill to the Neighborhood Safety Committee. This bill was introduced by Representative McGruff.
Bill H.R. 202 crime bill being sponsored by, who is it again?
Oh wait, it was Republican Representative McGruff.
That's right.
This is ridiculous. Just because this guy has been in the House for 20 years doesn't mean that he's the most qualified. Man, I hate the seniority rule, but I am glad that we are at least having a committee, because if not, can you imagine how many bills we would have to read in the House?
Representative McGruff believes that there's a huge increase in gang involvement because of the vandalism present throughout our nation. What is everyone's take on this?
Well, seeing this from the perspective of parents, I totally agree. As a mother of 7, I know that I would not want my children to be exposed to this kind of behavior. As an avid member of the NRA, I believe that with the increase of gang involvement, gun violence is going to increase. If we fix this vandalism issue, we can potentially cut down many of the gangs and therefore decrease the number of gun-related crimes. This is something that I can live with. As a witness, I will now read a letter from the National Council on Crime and Delinquency. It is our goal to reduce the amount of crime across the nation, and with the passing of this bill, it is our belief that this will reduce the amount of people being involved in gangs and therefore lowering the crime rate across the country. As another point of interest, we have taken a poll of 6,000 parents across the country on what their opinion of this bill is. Here are the results. 73% of parents say that yes, this bill would help reduce the crime in their area. 20% say that this bill will have no possible effect on the crime rate, and 7% say they are impartial. Due to the huge margin of parents that believe that this bill will be better than the current system, I believe that it is in the interest of the nation that this bill gets passed.
I believe that this is an issue that should be handled at a local level, because as a nation it is going to be very difficult for us to tackle this issue. If this issue were to be handled at the national level, it would become very expensive, and with the national debt already skyrocketing, there is no need for the national level of government to worry about local vandalism and gang crimes. But because I see that the federal government has the power to tax and spend as it is laid out in the Constitution, I still believe that this spending should be limited. So I propose that there be an amendment added to this bill that will limit the spending of this new federal organization.
Now there's an amendment proposed by Representative Pepper. All in favor say yay, and those against say nay.
Yay!
Yay!
The yeas have it. The new amendment will be added to this bill. Well, now that we have heard both sides, let's put it to a vote. If you agree, say yay, and if you disagree, say nay.
Yay!
Yay!
The yeas have it. We will now report the bill favorably to the floor, and I, as chairman, will steer this bill through debate on the floor.
In recent news, the new crime bill that is being sponsored by Rep. McGruff has passed to the floor of the House of Representatives. This is a huge confidence boost to this bill. Not only has it gained momentum coming out of this committee, but this bill also has people across the nation hoping that this bill will pass. A recent poll reveals that 73% of parents approve of this bill. There will be a rally in Washington, D.C. tomorrow to show the support of this bill.
As head of committee of the House Rules Committee, I approve of this bill, and I shall schedule the bill immediately. And I approve of the amendments. This bill will be on the floor for debate by tomorrow morning, and it will be heard with amendments attached. I know that this bill is only going to pass by a margin, and I would appreciate your help passing this bill along. I will make you a deal. If you vote for this bill, I will promise to vote when you sponsor your bill to create a hat museum.
Oh, hat museum? You have a deal.
excuse me. We have confirmation on Representative Dez's vote. Fellow reps, this is something that needs to be handled at a national level because we have left this matter up to the local levels for many years and they haven't been able to solve this problem. This is a serious issue that we need to fix as soon as possible. This will not increase the national debt by that much because many of our funding will come from local levels, but these programs will now be national responsibility and it will give us access to more accurate information on gang-related issues that happen around the country.
The opposition to this bill has waived their right to debate.
Put this to a vote. It seems to me that the yeas have prevailed. The bill will now proceed to the Senate.
The weather is going to be really nice today with a high of 80 degrees, slight chance of rain.
2 hours later.
Albert Shore, 555-3128. Alex Smith, 555-1028. Bob Small, 555-2041. Charles Smoot, 555-0101.
5 hours later. We need to stop this filibuster. Otherwise, we will never get this bill through.
Well, we need to start a cloture petition to stop this filibuster. So if you write it up, then I will get people to sign it.
16 senators chose to sign the petition. Now the Senate will vote to stop the filibuster if 60 senators vote in favor. Now Senate will vote again to try and pass the bill.
Freeze! On a minute. There's a difference between a conference committee and a joint committee. A conference committee is a committee that reaches compromises between the different bills that were passed between the House of Representatives and the Senate. Whereas a joint committee does compromises in the bill from the different parties.
You're off to the president.
This bill is of major importance, and I am willing to sign it rather than send it back to the House. Who was it again? What?
This isn't the script. We need to find the script.
Skirt.
And I shall schedule. Oh wow, let's start over.
The weather is really nice today with a high of 80 degrees. Potential chance of rain.
You told me I have like a
Crime
disco
bill
ball.
to the Neighborhood Safety Committee. This bill was introduced by Senator McGrath.
Sorry, Miss.
It says Senator.
I know, misprint. It's
Representative?
representative.
Shit.
Let's see.